Hello, welcome to my live stream to help you all feel less nervous when you speak in public in 3 steps. I'm so excited you're joining. Hello, I see Elena just joined us. I see Metabeard just joined us. Lena joined us. I might be butchering your names, but hi to the waves. Hello. Giving you shout outs. We're just getting started and I want to honor your time. So I'm going to dive right in to today's topic, because if you tuned in today, then I know you want more strategies to feel more calm when you speak in public. I want you to notice that I say speak in public, not public speaking, because 2 things happen when we say public speaking. 1, I think we go immediately into fight and flight mode, right? It's just a really scary word. And number 2, I think it makes us imagine a particular kind of person, right? A particular kind of skill set. And then we immediately go, I'm not a public speaker. But when we say that we're speaking in public, we all do that every day, all day long. So I just want to start us off by saying that we are honoring everyone here today who speaks in public. All right. So hello, I'm seeing Work-Life Balance Mentor joined us. Oh my gosh. She is a near and dear friend of mine and my business coach. Amazing. Shout out to Metabeard. Hi, Vuhu Trang. Hello, welcome. So I want to ask you all a couple of questions so that we can dive right into this workshop together. Do you feel nervous in general when you have to speak in public? Is it a kind of fear that either gets you emotionally and psychologically feeling nervous and upset? Is it also a physical feeling in your body? Do you feel it in your stomach? Do you feel it in your throat? Do you feel it in your neck and shoulders? If you feel nervous in any of those ways, emotionally, mentally, or in your body, go ahead and just drop a yes in the comments if you feel nervous. I just saw someone say sometime even in interview. Oh, interviews are so hard. They make us so nervous. And Work-Life Balance Mentor says, yes, shaky and tense. Okay, so we've got some strategies today that are definitely going to help us to settle the nerves. Someone said no. Okay, power to you. Let us know your secrets. All right, and Vunhu Trang is saying yes, right? And I just want to remind us all, we are not alone. If you've looked at some of the statistics out there, anywhere between half of us to 70% of people on planet Earth feel nervous about public speaking. It's one of the all-time greatest fears. It's also called glossophobia, and it can absolutely terrify us, right? And if you know a little bit about this, what happens is that same nervous response that we feel about public speaking will trigger in us that fight or flight state where our primal brain, I like to call it our lizard brain, right, thinks that we are literally in danger and that we are going to die unless we stop public speaking. So that fear that serves us well when it's really actually a live or die situation, it gets triggered when we're doing public speaking. And it happens for various reasons, but through research from the Moxie Institute, check this out, you guys, I learned that humans are terrified of a few key things. They're terrified to be separated from their pack. They're terrified to be standing alone without a weapon, and they're terrified when they have a lot of eyes looking at them. Make you think of anything in particular? Yes, when we are speaking in public, when we're doing public speaking. So we are wired, absolutely hardwired to feel nervous about this. However, I know that you know that we need to do this, that if we can't find a way to get comfortable speaking in public, we are going to hold ourselves back, limit ourselves from opportunities. In fact, I was just talking with one of my private clients the other day. She's a brilliant professional who does one-to-one coaching, but she said when it comes to talking in groups, she shuts down. She steps away from opportunities because it's so terrifying. So she recognizes that it's impacting her career. I know other people who also feel this way in social situations. They might avoid parties. They might avoid larger events when they know that they're going to be talking and a group is going to be listening to them. So if you can relate to any of this, I just want everyone here to remember you are the majority, not the minority. Most of us struggle. And so just let yourself feel okay about that. I hear a lot of adults, especially getting down on themselves. It's almost like you feel like you should be born with this inherent skill to be able to speak in front of people. And it isn't, it's a learned skill, right? We public speaker coaches know that there's a skill set and you're about to learn 3 of these skills and that these are the building blocks. This is what all of those brilliant orators that you watch or those people even just in your day-to-day life who just seem like they're more easy when they speak, this is the skill set that they're learning. All right, so we're gonna teach you the 3 steps. You're gonna be able to do these with me right now. So I want you all to get comfortable because you're gonna actually try on these skills, all right? Before we do that, let me just introduce myself. If you don't already know me, welcome. I'm voice coach Jessica Neighbor. I'm a podcaster, author, voice coach of 20 years, proud mother. I live in the Bay Area in California and I run impactvocalcoaching.com where I work one-to-one and in group coaching to help people fully express themselves using their voice. So let's get into it together. Step number 1 to help you feel less nervous and more calm is what I refer to as my belly breath method. You may have heard about how breathing really does help us stay more calm. And I think sometimes people go, yeah, done that, didn't help me. I think we need to get very ultra specific. So will you please join me in trying a belly breath exercise with me right now? I want you to take both of your hands. I want you to open up your palms and I want you to rest them right on your belly, right around your navel belly button. And then I want you to actually let your belly hang out. I know for us women, that's not something we're used to doing. A lot of us are trained to suck our gut in. My friends. Let your beautiful full belly just hang out. Hello, I'm feeling mine right now. And then as you're resting your palms on your full belly, I want you to take a full breath in. And I want you to imagine that you've got a balloon in your belly and that your belly is expanding out as you take an inhalation in, right? So this is a little tricky for those of us who are used to sucking in our guts because we might do the opposite. We might suck in and then lift our chest up. That just creates more tension, which then sends signals to our brain that, I'm nervous, I don't like this. So what we want to do is deepen our breath down into our belly breaths. So take your palms again, holding them on your belly, and then inhale on a slow count of 4 with me like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your belly full, and then exhale for 4 on a 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you notice how your belly filled up and then how your belly contracted back in? That, my friend, is belly breathing, also known as diaphragmatic breathing. Now, let's take it a step further. We're going to add a little shh to it. So as if you're saying SH, you're going to breathe in, not saying the shush. You're just going to take an inhalation in for 4, filling up your belly. Start it with me. Here we go. 1, inhale. 2, inhale. 3, inhale. 4, inhale. And then we're going to shush it out for 4 counts. Ready? And 2, 3, 4. Okay? I want us to do our belly breath one more time, and I want us to extend it. We are going to do it now for 5 counts. In and out for 5 counts. And you can shush on the exhale or just breathe out, whatever feels more comfortable to you. I also invite you, if it feels good, to close your eyes so that you can really just focus on your breathing sensations, all right? So ready, hands on that belly, letting it all hang out, counting for 4 on an inhalation. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could I get a thumbs up or a yes if you noticed that you started to feel just a little bit more calm after doing this belly breath with me? Is anyone feeling a little more calm out there after you just did a deep belly breath? What is scientifically proven is that breathing is so helpful for us. Yes, okay, work-life balance mentor is saying, yes, she felt this. The belly breath really, really deepens our calm. Belly breaths are impactful for people with PTSD. They help us just like mindfulness and meditation. And in some studies, they help us even more. So the key difference is when you hear, oh, be calm and just breathe, what happens with most of us is we do this. We're taking breaths from our shallow chest area and our shoulders, and we're not accessing that deeper belly breath that really, really gets into the core of what makes us feel more relaxed. Not to get into all the physiological details with you, but just to let you know that when we take a belly breath, we trigger a chain of positive reactions in our body that lets us know that we're safe, that we're sound, and we can get more into our rest and digest nervous system and out of our fight and flight system. So that is step 1, belly breaths. Now, step 2 is for those of us who feel like we use too many filler words like ums and uhs and you know, because that's another very, very common thing that happens when we're nervous. We start to stumble over our words. We start filling in the silence with anything we can, and it starts to feel like we're on autopilot as we're saying all of these filler words and repeating ourselves, right? That's excitement, that's nerves. How do we stop doing that? It's simpler than you think, and it's by practicing taking pauses with breath marks. So breath marks are these key moments that we want to train ourselves to start doing in between our thoughts, okay? We can go about doing this in 2 ways. We can write in our breath marks if we're actually giving a presentation where we have slides prepared, or if we have a speech that we've written out. You can literally write in B's for your breath marks in your script, and it's going to help you take a pause, because actually taking a pause makes you appear more powerful and feel more powerful than if you're rushing and tripping over yourself and saying all the time. Let me demonstrate what I mean with a scripted way to do this, and then next we'll go to an unscripted way to do breath marks. So the first way you can do this is, say I have an introduction. So I wrote down one for us right here. I said, hello, I'm voice coach Jessica Neighbor. I'll be sharing the 3 helpful strategies so you can feel less nervous. Okay, that was a mouthful. Notice I really didn't take a pause in there. I just said that one sentence as if I'm reading it. But when we are speaking what we write out loud, we need to slow it down and take strategic pauses so that our listeners can follow along with us. This also helps us feel more calm. So let me show you how that introduction can sound much more impactful with pauses. So remember I said those B's, your breath marks, right? I'm going to say a B and demonstrate how that same sentence will sound with B's in it. Hello, B. I'm voice coach Jessica Neighbor, B. And I'll be sharing the 3 helpful strategies, B, to help you today, B, feel less nervous. Now, let me take away those B's so that you just hear it with those built-in pauses and tell me if that sounds more powerful to you. Hello, I'm voice coach Jessica Neighbor. I'll be sharing the 3 helpful strategies with you today to help you feel less nervous. Ooh, I think she knows what she's talking about. I'm giving myself a moment, and I'm giving you, my listeners, a moment. Have you ever been enjoying someone's conversation, but you're working hard to follow what it is they're saying? You're just like having to put in some effort. That is hard for our listeners, and it's hard for ourselves because we're working too hard. And women, we don't want to work any harder than we have to. But I want to also point out that we have gotten messages our entire lives that we need to work to be heard. And I think that this actually taps in to this issue of filler words and of upspeak. When we say things and we end our sentences in a question, I think these are specific issues that women in particular can struggle with because we've been conditioned to question what we say. We can't ever get it right. We can't be too aggressive, right? Because we know what we might get called if we're too aggressive. But we also can't be too passive, or else people are just going to interrupt us and not take us seriously. We can't speak too high because maybe someone will think we're a little girl, but we can't speak too low because people might accuse us of sounding like a dude, right? I can't be too direct because someone might think that's rude. But if I'm too indirect, I lose all my power. It's crazy making. I mean, it's so confusing. So I want us to acknowledge that when we go to talk, we aren't just feeling nervous in that typical way of, oh gosh, do I have my thoughts clear and am I ready to get my point across? We also have this added burden of worrying about how we are going to be perceived. And honestly, we can't win that struggle because those rules were created by somebody else. And that's why I believe that we need to get back to a method that we know is true. And guess where that method lives? In our body, in our breath, in our heart center, in how we're communicating and what we're saying. Not getting stuck in our head the whole time we're talking. Am I good? Am I bad? Am I being aggressive? Am I being passive? Oh, it'll just make you crazy. Get into your body and you will be able to support yourself, which, my friends, comes to the final 3rd step, which is for you to practice these steps daily and take baby steps to get stronger. I want you to practice being more deliberate, but take baby steps. That is actually going to help you feel less nervous, because the biggest mistake I see my clients make when they're coaching with me is they want to figure it all out right away. They think that somehow they should just pop out of a box and be this brilliant speaker like Brene Brown or Oprah Winfrey or whoever it is who you admire. And we actually get there by taking little baby steps every day. Let me give you an example in my own life. I was out having coffee with one of my dear friends the other week, and we ordered this coffee, and I'm a little embarrassed. I was actually showing off how great this coffee was to my friend. We were at this Ethiopian cafe, and I was like, this latte is the best latte I ever had. They brought our lattes to our table. They were awful. They were watery. The coffee wasn't strong. I was like, is there even coffee in here? And she and I were looking at each other going, oh man, what do we do? These are awful. These are not drinkable. But we were sitting there wondering, is it okay? This is really bad. Like, they should know how bad this is. But we sat there having to hum and haw for a minute about whether or not we should actually let them know that their coffee sucks. Because we, again, are conditioned to not be direct, to not make waves. But we're not doing anyone any good service if we don't let them know that their product isn't good. And just by chance, this was a woman-operated business, and we were like, we need to let her know. So we kindly did, and we said it in a very direct way. And this is where I'm talking about you practicing your directness in your daily life baby steps. What I said was, excuse me, this coffee is not good. Could you please remake our order? I did not apologize. I did not explain away why we thought it was bad. I said directly to them what wasn't working and what they could do to help me. But notice that it's in these daily interactions that we can start to practice being more deliberate, more concise. Another great example is even in a text. Have you ever had one of those moments where you realize like you were gonna go on a hike or have coffee with a friend and then you're like, oh crap, I forgot I have that appointment and you have to cancel? How many of us sit there wondering how we're gonna write that text to them? Oh gosh, what should I do? What should I say? You can actually practice being more direct in text. You don't even have to speak it aloud to a barista like I did. But it's these small baby steps that we can do daily that will actually help us build the small building blocks one step at a time to become a more confident speaker. So I just want you to take that big pressure off yourself for your next meeting, for your next presentation, or frankly for your daily conversation that you're going to. Just got disconnected for one quick second. So we're just about done here, but my final wish for you is that you can practice this in very, very small, bite-sized pieces. Don't make it overwhelming for you. If you're approaching public speaking and it's starting to feel extremely overwhelming, that means we've got to break it down in bite-sized pieces. Just like we do with our own children or our own clients or our own loved ones, we don't expect them to pile on a whole bunch of new skills. But I think when it comes to public speaking, we're very hard on ourselves and we expect ourselves to get it right out of the gate. It doesn't work that way. So let's review the 3 ways that you can start feeling less nervous today, and you can do these skills today. Step number 1, belly breaths. Get those breaths down low in your belly. Really, really access your deep belly, engaging your diaphragm. You will set off a trigger of responses in your body that will physically help you feel less nervous. Step number 2 is to take pauses. You can take pauses by writing B's in your written script, Or in your daily unscripted talking, you can just make sure that you're taking enough breaths. If you're catching yourself running out of breath at the end of your sentences, if you're catching yourself doing what I call the toothpaste squeeze, where you're talking and you're talking and you're trying to get the last word in, but you're kind of running out of air and everything you're saying is starting to feel, that is your body's signal. I need more breath. So take pauses, little pauses, and start to become more comfortable taking them. And every time you feel the urge to say like, whatever that filler word is, that's that little wormy one for you, take a breath instead. And you will, over time, daily, step by step, be able to undo all of those filler words. And third step is to take baby steps to become more direct and deliberate. And remember, you can do that in your daily life. Whenever you order your drink or order your food, whenever you have to go just have a simple exchange at the dry cleaners, whenever you're having to send a text to somebody, exercise how you can be more concise in how you're communicating to them. And you can practice with your loved ones in your family. You can even let them know, hey guys, I'm practicing being more direct. So if my tone seems a little different, it's because I'm exercising this new muscle of mine, and I'm going to be exercising it on you today. And you can have a laugh about it. And bonus points for you mothers out there, being more direct and more concise when you are trying to give your child a direction is the most effective way to have them get it done. I am a mother of 2 teen sons, and when I start rambling, I have lost them. So, my final invitation to you is, if you want to do these daily steps, these daily practices to slowly build your public speaking skills, you are welcome to join me. I have a 5-day challenge training called Stay Calm and Speak On for Women, and it starts next Monday. You can join me in my link in the Instagram bio link, and you'll see that it's called Stay Calm and Speak On, and you are going to learn 5 skills, 1 per day in less than 30 minutes per day, so that we can give you very manageable, very actionable skills that you can start taking on daily to help yourself feel better. So if you would like to join me, I would love to have you. Again, you can click on that link in the bio and join me in my 5-day challenge, Stay Calm and Speak On, starting next Monday, May 22nd. And just reach out to me. If you have any questions, you're also welcome to DM me. I love to hear from you all about what's going on for you right now. And if you want my freebie, for those of you who stayed this entire time and listened to this workshop with me, thank you. Please click on my bio link. You can download my public speaker checklist that helps you warm up, which will also help you feel more calm. So go to my bio, click on that link to get your free download. My gift to you for hanging out with me today in this workshop. Thank you so much. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you can go out and do one of these 3 new skills to help you feel less nervous today. I am going to sign off in just a minute, but if y'all want to say goodbye to me, let me know that you're still here with me. Give me a little bye, give me a little adios, see you later. It's been my pleasure hanging out with you today. And from the bottom of my heart, I hope that you all can stay calm and speak on. Bye.